On a kickoff, which is probably 60% of all of the restarts are kickoffs after the goal is scored, before each half, that pretty much sums it up. There's a lot of that goes on. Okay. Everybody from both teams shall be in their own half of the field. Now, by law, they must be 10 yards away from the object or on the goal line, whichever is closer. So the ball would be on this spot. Pretty much covers it, doesn't it? Going this way, the attacking team on this red goal. So the ball must be kicked forward, can't go backwards, can go any other direction as long as it goes into the opponent's half of the field. All of the little opponents have to be 10 yards, or the reason for this circle we talked about is it gives you an instant boundary for that 10-yard procedure to take place. Now, know something else about all of the lines that are on the field. They are a part of the area in which, or at which is correct, in which or at which? At which they border. The touch line, because, remember, on the other side of this, I'm not going to take the patience nor time to try to turn this monstrosity around. Because the time before we did this, we turned it over. Where was I going with that? I was remembering how it fell over. Anyway, the touch line is part of the field, so if a portion of each of my feet is on or behind, by law, on or behind that touch line, and I throw the ball in, it's legal. If I'm on the field, which means that a portion of one of my feet, or both, is absolute or wholly on the field, and I throw the ball in, it's a foul throw, and the other team gets the ball. So you've got your half line, your center circle, your ball. You've got a command from the referee to play or a whistle. Ball goes to the other end of the field. Now, we have a situation that can occur called two-touch. If I'm the kicker of the ball for the kickoff, and whoever I'm supposed to kick the ball to is a little bit farther away, and I don't kick it far enough, I may kick it and then kick it a second time, resulting in from the referee and him saying that's a two-touch violation, we're going this way, and that's an indirect free kick. Okay? Once a ball is put in play, two-touch is everywhere. Can't play it twice by the same player. Must be touched or played by another player before I can play. Not three of them, just one. Am I missing anything for a kickoff? Everybody else on this side, you can have your entire team. On the attacking team, you can have them all compact in the center circle if you'd like. This area is yours, complete. This area is theirs minus the 10 yards for the guaranteed distance for the free kick. Drop ball. And it's not drop ball, it's dropped ball. We have an infraction, or we have a situation, or we have an injury, or we have a dog running onto the field. I think Mike's dog Striker ends up in the test somewhere, which is kind of odd because Mike doesn't have a dog. You wrote it. I know. I don't have a dog. That's not right. But we have a stoppage For anything else other than what's on your restart matrix. For every stoppage, there must be a restartage. My terminology. Yeah. Get used to it. I have not. Brad's semi-used to it. I make up about 5 words every class session. Well, now we have to have a restart. Well, these two guys were going down the field with the ball. One from each team. There was no clear possession. So I have to pick the ball up and have a drop ball. Now, the ball is in play from a drop ball when it hits the ground. How many people are required to be present for a drop ball? Everybody say 2. We're going to 3 over here.
This is soccer, not hockey. Try again. How many people are required to have a drop ball, do you think?
Read the terminology. Should be easy. You'll find it's quite surprising when you hear it straight out of the book.
A dropped ball is a way of restarting the match after a temporary stoppage which becomes necessary while the ball is in play. Procedure: the referee drops the ball at the place where it was located when stopped. Play restarts and the ball touches the ground.
Tell me how many players were involved in what he just read? Absolutely none. Now, over time, you have all been exposed to, both you guys come here. You've all been exposed to the typical drop ball. Okay, now don't play this until it hits the ground, and by gosh, don't hit me, okay? Ready? Play. Okay, that's your typical drop ball. Now, the striker, you guys sit down. Striker comes on the field and looks like it's going to be a problem because striker just caught the ball. So now we have an issue of we either kick the dog, and then of course we got PETA after us for that, or we stop the game, call striker over and say, put the ball down, striker. You give him a little dog biscuit, the striker goes over and sits by Mike, and he's ever so happy. But we have the ball back. Wipe the dog saliva off it, and we're going to start again. He was dribbling by himself going down the field before striker took the ball off his foot. You got beat by a dog, dude. How you feel? Jeez. Anyway, so if you'll stand up and step over here. He had the ball by him own self. There's another one, by himself. So we're going to start play again with a drop ball. We just did. You see in the EPL or MLS games, when you had an injury, the goalkeeper will have the ball. There's a wide spot on the carpet. It used to be an attacker or a defender. So they come out with the broom and dustpan and sweep him up. We have to start the game again. Goalkeeper stand up there. There's the ball. By law, do you see how? Do you see what kind of inflection the game has given you compared to what the game really is by law, by the book? Makes a difference when you see it that way. And that's about as simple or as difficult as those two things are, a kickoff and a drop ball.
Word of warning on drop ball. And I've seen this until I'm sick. Some referees have it in their head, okay, ball's going out of bounds. I'm not real sure who gets the ball. I'll have a drop ball. That's wrong. Okay? If the ball crosses the touchline, you must have a throw in. Period. Okay? If you do a drop ball, you have told everybody around that field you have no idea what the law said. Okay? You must have a throw in. I'm not sure who to give it to. Decide.